Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing an extra long set of curved nails. So of course the first thing that I'm doing is just going in and pushing back the cuticles. Once we finish pushing back the cuticles, we're going to go in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. Remember that our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils happen to be on our nail bed, which is why it's shiny. So we just have to go in and get rid of the shine. So make sure that you go around the cuticle area first and then remove the shine from the rest of the nail. And I'm using my Melody Susie Scarlet nail drill, and I'm using it at 5,000 RPMs. Alrighty, so next we just dust the nails off, and then we're going to go in and apply the nail tips. And I'm using my clear curved nail tips. These will be back on my website really soon, so I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. But same thing as always, making sure that the nail tips fit exactly from sidewall to sidewall. Making sure that they're not touching the skin, making sure that you're also not having to force the nail down, because if you are, then most likely the nail is going to want to come back up and it will break or lift. So again, making sure that they're the correct size, and just applying all of the nails. And these are, they have well, so as you can see, they go up a little bit higher on the nail bed. They're not like the regular nail tips where they have like that small line tip, I guess I could say. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and apply all of the nail tips. Remember that these tips actually come from a number, or come in a number 9 to a number 0. 0 being your biggest nail tip, 9 being your smallest nail tip. So we're going to go ahead and apply them, and then after this we can move on to the next step. And then also, sorry, something that I need to mention also is that if one tip is too big and the other one's too small, just use the bigger one and just gently follow it down on the side to make it fit perfectly. Alrighty, so once all of the nails are on, we're going to go in and just trim them down just a little bit. And I'm just using my tip cutter. You can find this one on Amazon. And make sure that you're holding your tip cutter really straight. That way you cut the nails really evenly. And then also make sure that you go in and measure each nail against each other to make sure that they are all the correct size. After this, we're going to go in and just trim the sides of the nails because we are going to do them coffin. So we just want to go ahead and cut the sides off. That way we can save a little bit of time whenever it comes to shaping up the nails. As always, I am using a straight edge nail clipper. These will be back on my website as well. With everything that's going on, it's just taking a little bit longer, but now since I'm not doing nails on my clients, I am gonna have that extra time to actually work on my website and get it up and running as soon as possible. But I'll be sure to post about it on my Instagram, so be sure to go follow me on Instagram at getnailed32. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with a 100 nail file to shape up the nails. And since they're going to be coffin, we're filing at a 90-degree angle on both sides and the free edge. But you want to put most of that pressure on the tip because that's what we want, to be a little bit more narrow. So again, just going in at a 90-degree angle, putting more pressure on the tip, and then just make them as narrow as you want. And that's pretty much it. And then also just blending the nail tip right in the middle. And yeah, so I am going to be posting a video on shaping tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But I'll be showing you step by step on how to shape coffin nails, ballerina nails, square nails, and I think, did I say stiletto? Well, stiletto. But it's really all about the way that you hold your file, the angle, and a little bit of practice, and you'll get there in no time. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish shaping up the nails, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so after we finish shaping up the nails, we're just going to dust them off. And then I'm going to go in with my Young Nail Protein Bond, applying that on the entire nail bed. And then after this, we can go in and start applying the acrylic. So for the acrylic, I'm going to be using my Mia Secret acrylic system in the color clear, and we're going to do that on all of the nails. I'm also using my Alpha brush in a number 10. I do love their brushes, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below for you guys. But we're going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, I grabbed my first bead, and I'm just going to gently pat, pat, pat. And then as we get closer to the tip, we're going to start brushing it down towards the tip. Also, make sure that when you're applying the acrylic, that you're wiping the sides off. That way, no product gets underneath the nail on the sides. And if it does get underneath, I go ahead and take it off as soon as I see it, because sometimes it's a little bit hard to get off, especially if you don't have a drill. Next, that first bead was pretty like a good size, so I'm gonna go ahead and place the bead closer to the back. And whenever you place the acrylic closer to the back, make sure that you pat really gently, because you don't want to flood your cuticle, because then you will get lifting. Now, one thing that you also want to make sure that you're doing correctly is, most importantly, having or working with the correct liquid to powder ratio when you're doing acrylic nails, because no matter if you kind of know the steps by heart or whatever, but if you're not working with the correct liquid to powder ratio, you're either going to be working with your acrylic too dry, which means that the nails are going to be really bumpy and lumpy, or your acrylic is going to be too wet, which means that it's going to be running all over the nail, all on the sides. It's going to be on your skin. So I will be sure to leave the link down below to my video where I talk about liquid to powder ratio, and also where it has the link to my practice sheet that you can use to perfect your liquid to powder ratio for a better foundation, a better application. But as you can see, for the most part, I stick to the 4-bar method, because it's better to just have a method, especially when you're a beginner, instead of just adding acrylic and adding acrylic. You know exactly where you need to add it. But also keeping in mind that even when you're doing the 4-bar method, just make sure that you're still looking at the nail from different angles, so you know exactly where you need to add this product to. My tip might still be too thin, my apex might still be too thin, but if I've done the 4-bar method, it's like no matter if I've already done the 4 balls, I can still go in and add a little bit more wherever it's needed. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and continue doing this on all of the nails. As you can see, I am working with a little bit more product, because of course the nails are longer, so we have to make sure that our apex is really nice and strong. That way the nails do not break off so easily. But again, we're gonna go ahead and finish doing this. Again, I'm using the Mia Secret acrylic system in the color clear. I'm using the Alpha brush in the number 10, and then the paper towels, I think I need to mention this, but the paper towels that I'm using are the Viva paper towels. They are really soft and they absorb the liquid really good. You do want to make sure that you're using good paper towels, because if not, once you wipe your brush off, it's not going to absorb that liquid or product that you're wiping off, and it's going to keep getting stuck in your brush, and it's going to build up and build up. So whenever you pick up a bead, that product is going to get stuck to your brush, and it's going to be really hard for you to have a smooth application. So make sure that you're using good paper towels as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys just watch. Again, same process, same application. Make sure that you're really careful with how you brush the acrylic down, how you pat it down. You don't want to pat or brush too hard, because you're going to be brushing that product off the nails, or you'll be making it dry too fast to where it's going to be really lumpy. So finally, I'm just going to let you guys watch, and I'll be back. Alrighty, and after we're done applying the acrylic, I'm going to let my brush soak or sit in a little dapping dish with brush cleaner for about 10 minutes to clean off my brush. And I do that after each client. That way, next time I'm ready to do another set, my brush is nice and clean. And then after that, we're going to go in and just reshape the nails. So same thing, we're just filing the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle. And this is going to just redefine the shape. As you guys know, that after we apply the acrylic, a lot of the time it takes away a little bit from our shape, so we just have to go in there and make sure that we have that really nice crispy coffin shape. Okay, and I just wanted to show you guys what the nails look like from the side. This is before any filing. Well, I reshaped the nails, but I haven't filed them just yet. As you can see, we have a nice thickness at the tip as well as a nice apex. And again, I used the clear acrylic, so they're really clear and you can't really, I was trying to show you guys the thickness. But anyways, now we're going in with the extra fine drill bit. We're going to file all of the nails. First, going around the cuticle area from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. And then also just filing the rest of the nail to make sure that it's all nice and smooth. So same thing, going from the right side of the cuticle all the way over to the left side, going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. And when I say that, I don't mean that there has to be a huge gap in between the cuticle and the acrylic. Literally just until you're barely able to see the the natural nail, like just a line all the way around the cuticle area. Again, that's just so you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. You just want the acrylic, you just want the acrylic around the cuticle to be really nice, flush and sealed. That way you don't get any lifting, because if you do have any gaps in between the natural nail and the acrylic, you are going to get lifting, and that's what we don't want. So make sure that you file around that area really good. Next, we're going to go in with a buffer, and we're just going to buff the nails really, really good to make sure that they're nice and smooth. And this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So again, just buff them really good. And then after this, we can just dust the nails off, wipe them off with an alcohol wipe, or you can have your client go wash their hands, whatever works for you best. Alrighty, so for our polish, we're going to be using some Madam Glam gel polishes. We're using On the Way, which is a teal color, Flores, Angel Wings, and then I'm also going to be using, what is it called? It's the yellow, bright neon yellow color. We're also going to be using that one, but I just picked it up afterwards. But yeah, so we're just wiping off the nails with an alcohol wipe to get rid of any of that dust that's left on the nails. And then after that, we're going to go in with the polish. So again, this is On the Way by Madam Glam. I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. But as you can see, we're just going to go in and just randomly apply the colors on the nails, just doing like random little half circles or half ovals, whatever you want to call them, but just doing this on all of the nails. And then again, I am going to be adding the other color, which is it some, no, Summer Sun is D&D. You guys will see it whenever I apply it, but it's also going to be by Madam Glam. And again, we're going to do this on all of the nails, just doing it randomly on there. And then we're going to cure this hand for 30 seconds and do the same thing on the other hand. Alrighty, so I finished doing the colors on this hand. So now we're going to go ahead and do the rest on this hand. So as you can see, we're just going to go in with some black gel polish. This is Perfect Black by Madam Glam. And we're just going to go in there and just draw random black lines. We're also going to add some white in there. We're going to add that bright neon yellow color in there as well. We're going to do some dots with the black and the white. And then at the end, we're going to add some bling. So again, this is just random. This is like the old school style or nail art. I know everyone at some point had a design similar to this one. So it's basically the same thing, just random lines and dots. And honestly, I love, for some reason, I just love doing the dot, or not necessarily doing the dots, but I just love how they look and, you know, just what they add to the design. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that on all of the nails. Again, it's just random lines all over the nail. I'm not really doing them in any specific order, just adding black, white, and the yellow, and you will see me come back in and add some yellow lines as well. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with the Soleil Nail Adhesive, and I'm using my ABSS6 Bling, and we're just going to apply some randomly on the nail as well. Kind of like doing like little, not lines, I guess lines, but they're a little bit curved. So we're just going to do that on all of the nails, just a few in between where the clear part is. Again, I'm using my Soleil Nail Adhesive, my wax pencil, and my SS6 Bling. I will have the wax pencil and the bling on my website really soon. Again, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. Go follow me on Instagram at GetNail32 so you are notified every time that I post. Alrighty, so now we're just going to go in with the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat, and we're going to apply this on all of the nails. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and cure this hand for 60 seconds. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other hand, curing for 60 seconds, and that'll be it. Alrighty, so we're just going to go in and apply some cuticle oil. And here is the final look. They turned out so pretty. I love those colors together. I love that bling in there. I love the length. And the curve just added a whole nother vibe to it. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32. And I'll see you guys next time.